for me. Something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 226 of Floating Through Film. This week we are doing two war films, Full Metal Jacket and 1917.
I don't think we've done war films before, have we? Like any war films?
We have.
I don't think... I mean, Bitter Victory, maybe.
Okay.
But, like, I don't know, not any, like, modern ones, I think.
Yeah, not modern ones. But yeah, before we get into it, let me introduce my co-host Luke.
Hello.
And Aaron.
Yo.
Oh, actually, I meant to say Blake, and then Blake says hi, and then I was gonna be like, and then we have a new guy, our friend Aaron.
My name's actually Aaron.
And then Aaron says,
hello.
There we go. I messed up the timing.
Damn.
But
don't it right into it.
Yeah, Aaron's the one who picked 1917, so we wanted to pair it with another war film.
Yeah, Aaron's our friend, by the way.
Yes, Aaron's our friend.
We'll see if it holds up. See if it holds up.
All right.
But yeah, I guess I'll ask him more about 1917 when we get to that one. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, but what are your thoughts on just war films in general? I guess before because you're saying we haven't really done them yet.
Yeah.
I guess I'll throw the question to all of you guys, but let me start with Aaron.
I like the main theme I don't like is just they kind of feel propaganda heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like those scenes in American Sniper where he's like deciding to shoot the kid or not. It's like, okay, that happens, but that's not common. And to put that out there as day in the life as a soldier, stuff like that. Just I don't know. But overall, I think that the storytelling in them is really good. I think that's their best attribute. It's just from start to finish, just the overall storytelling of war films is pretty good.
Kind of interesting. The subject matter is interesting.
Entertaining enough to keep up with the story.
Yeah. And
you don't need a ton of extra, in my opinion, to make those stories interesting.
Yeah.
There's definitely not a lot of extra fat in a lot of war movies for sure. Although there are some movies that are very bloated with extra fat too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor, but I assume that's one of them.
I do need to see this, honestly. I haven't watched it either.
Yeah. We know you're gonna make a case for it too.
But I don't know. What are you, Blake? What are your thoughts on war films generally?
I mean, war films, it's always a double-edged sword because, like Aaron said, it's kind of propaganda heavy for sure. A lot of times with war films, it's like the message in a lot of war films is isn't war so bad? But then it's like you're also showing us war, a heightened reality of war, trying to make it cool.
War,
yeah, the spectacle,
which is
the spectacle
inherently
war.
exciting.
Yes. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in that way, where you can't making a war movie has themes like that while you're still definitely heightening just the violence in general and stuff like that to entertain the audiences. I don't know. It's definitely weird. I feel like...
Well, that's the Truffaut quote.
Yeah.
Where he says, basically, there's no such thing as an anti-war movie.
I mean,
because,
yeah,
like you're saying, even if the movie is, saying, oh, war is terrible, a lot of times it's actually playing up the excitement.
Look how cool this explosion is.
It's almost like a recruitment ad. It can feel like that a lot of times.
Yes.
Me? Okay, yeah. I generally do not like war films, to be completely honest. It's rare for me to actually love one. Mainly, I mean, Blake kind of also just explained why. Just generally, a lot of anti-war films inherently just don't even feel like they're doing a good job at being anti-war because of that kind of spectacle. But also, a lot of war films, they're when they do this anti-war thing, when they do that, in a sense, when that idea becomes meaningless, I tend to just there's not really much there that I'm interested in, because I'm not I'm not super into that, all that like spectacle stuff. I don't find it very interesting. Like I find the historical aspects of it kind of cool, but inherently just like I guess just like watching combat happen. I don't know. I'm just not super into it personally, but
You don't like action movies, so
I mean, I guess that maybe that's the larger thing. I mean, it depends.
a
On
lot
the
more
action
movies.
Well, back to the propaganda.
Yeah, no,
it's a
that,
targeted
yes.
audience.
Yes.
That you're just not a part of.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But
So-
it's definitely same with like video games. It's definitely
Yeah.
it's definitely effective.
Yes, exactly. So, so a lot of them just aren't for me, but like there definitely are some that break the mold, and we'll talk about that today. But yeah,
I mean, like, which ones?
Full Metal Jacket.
I mean, I agree. So that's why it's like. So do you disagree with the Truffaut statement that all war films are
See,
pro-war films?
that's an interesting because I need to think about. Maybe when we discuss it today, I'll kind of have more of a better understanding of it. But Full Metal Jacket, it's not necessarily trying to be inherently anti-war. There's actually, to me, there's bigger ideas it's going for.
I think that's a good point. I actually have a couple quotes.
Same thing with like Thin Red Line, Terrence Malick. You know. Like,
Yeah, I have a couple quotes from Kubrick kind of about that.
Like it's more about kind of like the human condition, I guess, or
Yeah.
just like
Well,
and just
that's
like
the thing.
it's like more political too. You could say.
It comes down to like for us especially, it's like who's directing it. You know.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, like I tend to agree with you a lot of the times. Like a lot of war films feel very propagandistic, and just like. Yeah, like in that way. But then I think about, Malick has like one of my all-time The Thin Red Line's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
And that's a war film. John Ford, he kind of has like, he has war films and like I was thinking about watching this. Like The Long Gray Line might be a good double feature with this one.
I don't know.
Have
I seen that?
with Full
The Long
Metal
Gray-
Jacket
yeah,
or
we've
with
done the
1917?
The Long Gray Line, right? Or
No, we didn't.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
No,
John
I'm sorry.
Ford.
Yeah.
Okay,
that one's kind of. I don't know. That one's a bit different though.
Well, that's on a military base too.
And they don't really fight in a war. It's
Well,
like it's at
but-
West Point, but like,
But they're both about this idea of like.
I mean, yeah.
What is the military creating?
Okay.
Like,
Yes.
are they
No.
creating,
Exactly. No.
shit,
Yeah.
Like,
Not. Yeah. That is an amazing movie, obviously, because I
Yeah.
liked it. So.
uh,
But yeah.
and then like there are other ones too. I'm forgetting. Like you mentioned Bitter Victory.
Bitter Victory. Yeah.
So I kind of just think it depends on the film a lot of
Yeah.
times. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it generally. I'm less of a hater than you because like I actually do find a lot of interesting like. I don't know if Aaron was trying to say this at the beginning, but especially with historical films in general, like if they actually are just true to the material, like historically, like they don't have to add a lot of extra stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
like
Interesting.
it can be more like to
Yeah,
me, like
I find parts
but
of it interesting.
Like
They're
the
the
extra
mo-
stuff in like that stuff in American Sniper I was talking about. That's extra. Like that's a true events that happen, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But like
it's
not
still dramatized a lot.
Yeah, it's not exactly what he went through on it. Like it's not a true like you're saying to the book rendition of something that happened,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
which
don't
makes
know,
it harder to get behind, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And another thing, I actually do like watching explosions. You know, if they're done
Yeah,
well,
the explosions
Yes.
are cool.
It depends. It's,
You know,
I
like in
don't
Dead
know.
Red Line, there's some great ones. John Woo's, what's his called?
Which one?
Oh, the Wind
Not-
Wakers or something.
The
Or-
Wind Talkers.
Wind Talkers.
That one
yeah.
has some
I haven't
amazing
seen
ones.
it.
Honestly, I do need to rewatch that.
It's your John Woo hater.
Yeah, I don't think I'm. No, I like John Woo. I like John Woo.
Yeah, because like it's a very good subject people come to watch, so then you can actually put a lot of it into your budgets on like actually doing practical maybe not anymore, but in the past you could get just like film all these explosions and stuff.
I mean, there are a lot of practical explosions in 1917. Also,
That is true.
A lot of modern war films.
I mean,
have
and Full Metal
practical
Jacket, obviously.
explosions. I mean, like Nolan, his war movies have practical
That's
explosions.
true.
Or Dunkirk did.
That's true.
Although I can't imagine this like Young Washington movie or whatever. That probably is not
Yeah.
practical.
That movie is not.
Is that a war movie?
Young
I mean, it's
Washington?
about
Yeah.
it's about him in the British Army.
I thought it was like a
right?
young Michelle Lincoln situation. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait,
I think it's early Revolutionary War
God.
film,
Oh.
like very early.
I think
See,
I
if
thought,
that
I
was-
thought it was I thought it was him in Britain still actually.
Was it?
I
Is
think
it that
so.
early?
I think it's that early. Yeah.
Maybe
like
not.
to me, if like that could be an interesting subject if it was done
Or
well.
like with the British
you know,
Army.
like if that was done well, that could be an interesting subject to me.
But again, they'll never
Like
make
watching
it.
George
But they'll,
Washington, like
they'll
this-
never make a movie accurate about who he was. They'll glorify him,
Yeah.
like he's some
Let's skip over the slave owner.
Like if you make it more realistic of like they're just getting their ass kicked every battle.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on guys, let's like
Until the French just like sweep in.
There's a good movie in there.
Yeah,
There's a good movie in
there
there.
is. But you have to basically kind of like demythologize it a little bit, maybe.
They may have lost the battle, but they won the war.
That's why it's like it just depends on the movie for me a lot of times. Like I don't think there's something inherently like.
I mean, you don't like Obayashi's anti-war movies. So.
Oh gosh. Well, that's just more just like they're just hard to watch. It's kind of like Nolan, honestly. They're just so fast, so fastly cut, and like, just so yeah. It's like
All right, the Odyssey episode was 2 weeks ago, dog. We're off of that.
Well, he brought up Obayashi too. That's why.
Okay.
But I guess we can go to Full Metal Jacket. Let's start. Let me go the other way around the tables time. Luke, what do you think of? What do you think of Full Metal Jacket specifically?
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket. I saw it once. I think. Gosh, it was a while ago. Let me look at the log. First time watching this was November. Wow, so I was in high school when I watched this. And I loved it then, and I still love it now, probably even more. I mean, I kind of mentioned earlier briefly why I like this movie so much, like the kind of bigger ideas it goes for, but I especially love the two-part structure. A lot of people, I think we brought this up before at some point on the podcast, but, a lot of people say, oh, the second half is not as good as the first half, which... To me, like the first half can't exist without the second half, and vice versa. They both like complement each other so well. Like the first half is so like, kind of so like controlled and organized. It's very like in one location. It's very like controlled, and then like it goes into the second half, which is like so chaotic and kind of like almost like it's like to me it's like the idea of like the U.S. trying to. Kind of very like create these like war soldiers through like these like strict training and kind of like regiment, but then like them throwing out to this like chaotic war and where it just all goes out the window, and like kind of about like the meaningless nature of that. And so I think the two parts definitely like go along with that really well. But the first half is like fun to watch. Like the drill sergeant guy, like hilarious. I mean, this movie in general I think is just really funny too, which makes it interesting because it's also like about very serious subjects. There's a lot in this movie. I love it a lot. It's definitely a great film. But yeah, I'll probably have more when we go through it. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts.
Blake?
Yeah, I also love Full Metal Jacket. It's been a while since I watched this last, actually. I'm glad that Luca brought up his last time watching it because it made me actually go and look at mine. But I first watched it in May 2017. Then I watched it again in 2018, and then I haven't seen it since. So
2018.
Yeah, it's been that long since I watched this movie.
It's one of my most watched movies, I think. Actually, it's like I've seen 6 times.
See, like I go back to like Eyes Wide Shut all the time when it comes to Kubrick, but not this one. I don't know what that says about me.
I mean, you love Tom Cruise.
Well, you just said you like war movies, so
yeah. I mean, I guess that's your point. But this movie's an exception for sure. So anyway,
but no, I do personally still just like the first half a lot more. Like I do really like the second half too, but I do think it does. Even though I agree with you, like they can exist separately. I do still think since they're together, I do think that side is personally just like way more fun to watch for me. But because like I think the drill sergeant's name is like Lee Ermey or whatever.
Lee Ermey, yeah.
Yeah, like
which is funny because if you read about the production of this movie, he was originally hired as the guy to train the actor who's going to play the drill sergeant. But then he did such a good job that Kubrick's like, nah, I don't need that other guy. Like, just do your thing. Like apparently, like he wrote like half of his own lines throughout the movie, which is insane because he has a lot of great ones.
This is shit that he was definitely saying and just in real life to people.
Yeah.
So.
It was insane.
No, so like that even though I like the second half, I do still think that's not like an issue with it, but maybe just to its detriment that like that side for me personally is just so much better. But the second half is still just really good because it does just bring home the element of just like what is it even for? Because everyone there is like they're kind of like ghosts, just like wandering around. I think someone's actually said that before. I can't remember who, but and I mean, obviously, a lot of them die, and it does fall into not fall into the trap, but it does make a big spectacle out of it. But
Yeah.
but it is fun to watch. So, but
Although it's more clinical, like he's still like from a distance. It's not like he doesn't get as caught up with it as I think a lot of other like war directors would. Like it still feels very like clinical and from a distance the way he films the war scenes.
Yes.
I agree for the most part. But whenever they get to like the band of soldiers, like they're stereotypical military like. Or like war movie types.
Oh, you're talking the guy with like the Rambo guy?
Yes.
See, that guy like
Animal House.
I don't know. Maybe that's just like the way I view like
right? Or Animals. Or
like,
Animal Mother.
No, yes.
like to me from the very beginning. I'm like, damn, that guy's like such a loser. Like, which to me like makes it so it's not. It still feels like he's
actually
like,
to me he's one of the most interesting characters. Actually,
I mean, no, I'm not saying he's not, but still like.
Well, maybe I say that because like yeah, he seems like a terrible person to be around. But even like when he's first introduced, one of the other soldiers says something like, he may seem like a terrible guy, but you wouldn't want anyone. There's no one better to be in battle with than this guy. Talking about Animal Mother, and then we actually see that play out in the end of the movie, where like he's the one that's actually willing to go like try to save his friend, because he's like actually crazy enough to like basically go and do that. Well, there's like a sniper that has like clear vantage point on you, but so he's like kind of the person encapsulation like. He's a terrible guy, but that makes him like the perfect war soldier, you know, where you actually don't want like normal people. That's the whole point of the first half, you know. But I don't know, Aaron. What about you? What do you think of Full Metal Jacket?
I'd never seen it the first time. And I'm the opposite. I like the second half better.
Ooh, okay.
You wouldn't like just in film culture. That's just like the hottest take ever.
Blake.
Everyone always says what Blake says. Like, oh, the first half's amazing.
Second half
it's so funny. And the second half.
I liked the first half. I think the scenes with the scenes with the drill sergeant and what was the guy Pyle.
Pyle.
Yeah, they just I don't know. They were like not back to the predictability thing, but it's like so mainstream. Like you're just getting yelled at. There's always one guy. Like every war movie that's in boot camp, there's always one guy screwing everything up.
Honestly,
Hacksaw Ridge.
Started that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
maybe it did, but like
it's definitely known for that.
And plus the second half was just full of all the consequences of the
I think that's why
I found that more not meaningful in a way like it meant, but just like impactful watching consequences unfold. But I thought it was good. I need to rate it, but
you save that for the end.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it for sure.
Okay, I had a couple things. First, like I do think one of the reasons why the second half is so important is like I'm about to read this quote from Kubrick, but he basically talks. I read this interview with him talking about the film, and he talks about how like he was basically trying to avoid what like most war films have, where they have like what he calls mandatory character development scenes, where they're like they're talking about the family's background and like
someone has to be the hero.
My girlfriend's back at home and she's like she's just waiting for me to come back, or my mother
picture in the wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
The locket.
Exactly. 1917 has some of that.
Damn, sneak this.
And he basically calls that stuff that basically bogs down the movie. And then he has this, I'm about to read this quote, but he has this quote comparing it to have you seen An Officer and a Gentleman?
The Officer.
An Officer and a Gentleman?
I don't think so.
I think it's a film that came out a few years. I forgot when it came out, but there's a drill instructor in that movie too. And apparently in that one he's like a lot like this guy in the first half where he's yelling, but in the second half they kind of redeem the character where he's like proud of the soldiers and stuff, and he's like they make him a good guy at the end. Yeah. But I think the second half of the movie is so important because like it basically does the opposite of all what a normal movie might do, where like it might in the first half trick you into thinking like this is a bad guy and then like try to redeem the army or something in some way. But in this one it's like basically it is just like it becomes way more chaotic, you know.
Yeah.
Like
even in like the framing and stuff, because the first half it's like so symmetrical. Yeah. Like a lot of the frames, and then like the second half, there's no like symmetry at all.
Yeah, it feels like it's a lot more handheld.
There's a lot more like colors, like different colors and stuff.
Yeah,
it's also really funny when you go from like the seriousness of like Private Pyle killing the drill sergeant, and the next scene is like them like soliciting a prostitute
Yeah.
in the colorful
Yeah.
city.
Oh, and the song cut too.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah.
it cuts to that.
No, he has some great like
Yes.
needle drops.
Oh, the
in
music is
movie.
amazing in this.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Now, okay, but another quote I had where you basically said at the beginning where he says, "quote It's not pro-war or anti-war. It's just the way things are." I think that's kind of
Okay, yeah.
like that's
I
why
like
I think even people that are like just anti-war might also not like this movie because it's not like there's no statement we're saying war is bad or anything or like.
Guys, I do not condone the actions of the scene.
Even though I think if you're
I'm
definitely
not
reading
saying
between the
Kubrick
lines, if you're reading between the lines or a little deeper, you can basically like he is kind of hating on the system that creates these guys.
Yeah.
You know, but it's more important. Like this is basically what the army does. You know, this is why he was trying to get like a real life drill instructor to do it and try to keep it realistic as much as possible. But then there's this other quote I think is so great, and I think like let me just read it first, where he says, "quote Vietnam was such a phony war. In terms of the technocrats fine-tuning the facts like an ad agency, talking of kill ratios and Hamlet pacification, and inciting the men to falsify body count, or at least total up the blood trails on the assumption they'd lead to bodies somehow." And just basically this idea of like the more you learn about Vietnam, you kind of learn like just how much the government was just fucking over like the actual soldiers and stuff by how incompetent they were, you know?
Yeah.
And just like also like just doing stuff what he's saying, like where they would just on purpose try to increase like the body count of like people they were killing just to make just
No,
for
yeah.
stes.
I
You
love
know,
that
like,
scene
literally
when,
just
like,
for
yeah,
stats. So
the
like people at
journalists-
home can be like, oh yeah, this
No, the
yeah,
journalist meeting's
that
like
scene in
it's
the
like one of my
movie,
favorite scenes. Yeah.
Like where they're like, yeah, let's call it a kill.
Yeah.
Call it a commanding officer.
Yeah.
They love
This
to read
war is
that shit.
unpopular enough.
He's like they love to read that shit.
Yeah.
As an officer. And then like it's funny because like the week that we watched this movie, which was last week, well this might have been a couple weeks ago now. I don't know if you guys saw this, but like during when the Iran war with Trump was paused, when it like you know basically it was like not really paused, like there were a few American soldiers that died, and so on the official like American website they went and took off the death count for those soldiers that died during this pause because they're like oh technically they didn't die during the war, so they're basically like on purpose like decreasing the stats of like who died, like basically changing the numbers, you know, like. The same way, like he's talking about, in, like Vietnam,
Yeah.
basically like how like, war is just treated like as a numbers game for a lot of people in government, you know, which I think is still so true. Honestly, it's even worse now because, at least with Vietnam, all these guys are drafted.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy. That's just a
Yeah.
crazy concept to me. Like, yeah.
yeah. Nowadays, it's just even insane just to think about being drafted.
Like,
No.
Yeah, you call us old, but
Oh,
you can
no.
still get drafted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fake a knee injury.
Conscientious objector over here.
Gotta run away to Canada or something.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hopefully-
we're just doing what our president did.
I know,
True.
exactly. Our role
Following
model.
the example.
But yeah, I think we can go ahead and get into it then. It starts with like
Well, okay. The opening scene is really good because it's them getting their head shaved off.
with the
Yes.
Hello Vietnam song.
Yeah, like you're instantly into like the deep personalization of all of them, like because like to me like their hair is like makes them so unique, and they just get shaved off, and now
Yes,
they're like all just like a cog in the machine.
And someone even says one of the reviews I read or something says like I think this might be the only time we actually hear their real names outside of Pyle.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Or like you're saying like basically it's just like now they're being created for like
yeah.
this is where they
There's a
start their
number
turn
now.
to machines, making them all the same. You know, at least that's the goal.
Yeah,
And then I love how it just jumps right into the barracks. You know.
yeah.
Because he kind of flips like how a classical film would do this, where if you notice the scene after this is where the scene you get where the classic narration with Joker
Yeah,
is on the soundtrack, and you get all the exterior shots of the base training and stuff.
Yeah.
Normally that's how you would get into the scene, and then you would go
Yeah.
into the barracks.
Yeah, you don't know
he
who
flips it.
you don't know
where
who's
it's
the
like-
main character.
Yeah,
at this
exactly.
point.
And that's
Yeah.
the whole point of this opening scene. It's like basically they're all treated the same. Like he doesn't even talk to the Joker first. You know.
Damn, yeah.
He films them all basically the same. The camera goes around to each character the same way. And this is also where they get their names basically for the rest of the movie. Like Joker and Cowboy and stuff.
Snowball.
Yes.
Snowball's so funny.
No, this is a great just like it is like it's almost like a comedy routine.
Oh,
Like, what
no,
he's doing,
yeah.
these guys.
No, he he finds some creative way to roast
Like,
people.
as the actors, it would be so hard not to break character. in
No,
this.
Well, see, that's part of this first scene too. Is like Pyle's actually like
Yes,
breaking.
he is,
breaking,
he is.
You know, he's like smiling. But knowing you, because all of us rewatched it except for Aaron, we all know what's gonna happen to Pyle.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is sad. Like watching this, like he's like so innocent. Like I read that Kubrick made him gain like 70 pounds for the movie.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just because he wanted this kind of baby look. He wanted like an innocent. He wanted to look like an innocent baby kind of thing. You know, even as an adult.
I mean,
He
he even
still
had,
has,
he has
like,
a scene where he's like,
Yes,
acting like a
exactly,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what he was basically looking for from him. So it is sad, like him, like just smiling and being like, "No, we're beating the smile out of you."
No, yeah. Yeah.
No, but then like that's you kind of mentioned this too about the kind of there was a different writer I read where he mentions the same thing you did, where like the first half is very orderly
Yeah.
and the second half is like super. It's just about chaos.
Yeah.
And how those basically this whole that's why this whole film has to work as a whole because like
Yeah. No, exactly.
that's what the universe is both, you know. But in the he talks about like, and I was thinking about how this film the first half is made. It's just basically something in the barracks, some training scenes outside, something in the
Yeah.
barracks, some training scenes outside, something in the barracks.
Like,
You know,
it's
it's just like
very-
there's nothing else. You know,
you can honestly make the argument is this is like rhythmic.
Yes,
and the second
exactly,
half is like
it
not really that
Yes,
rhythmic.
like everything goes wrong in the second half
yeah.
of the movie.
Like
you
even
know?
in the film's like flow.
yeah.
I guess.
And so
Well,
like
that just mirrors the training. It's the same thing
No. Yeah.
every day.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Beat you down,
Yeah.
beat the viewer down. It's going to be repetitive.
In the battlefield, like,
until it breaks, and then you
Yeah.
go to the second half, and it's
exactly.
you lose everything you were like you said
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah. Anything.
And it really does break with this guy fucking killing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing the drill sergeant first.
Yes, okay, yes, also.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so this is where we get like some training scenes. I don't have anything like
Yeah.
a lot of it's just like funny lines of it's basically going back and forth between Pyle, getting bullied during the training scenes, and then Pyle getting bullied in the barracks.
Which, I mean, that's all shit that happened. So my grandpa always tells stories about the shit. So.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, was your grandpa in the?
Yeah,
In
in Vietnam, actually.
Wait, really?
Wait, really?
In the army?
No, he was in the Army Reserve. Like, he was in the
Okay.
National
My
Guard also.
grandpa
So
was.
did
But
he kill
they all
him?
had to go through basic training, and he said that like the beating him with the bar soap literally happened to someone in his unit.
Wait, has he seen this movie?
I don't think so.
I don't know if I'd recommend it. You might be like,
Might bring the might bring the PTSD to the fold. No, my grandpa he fought in the Korean War, like front lines apparently,
Damn.
Jesus.
but he never talked about it. So I don't know.
That's fair,
anything. I don't know any
I mean-
specifics, but yeah.
Honestly, that's like it is weird how much like in film history Vietnam gets talked about. You know,
Yeah.
some of the all-time war films are, at least American war films, are in Vietnam.
Yeah.
The Korean War, like not nearly as much.
Yeah. Well, it didn't last as long, and
I mean,
But
hey,
they did so much. They might have done worse damage.
yeah, they did do a lot of damage. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like when I forgot what the stat was. I don't want to say, but how much % of the population they actually killed in Korea.
I mean, they covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah.
I mean, Samuel Fuller has an amazing Korean War movie.
Oh, I haven't
The
seen
Steel
that one.
Helmet. I think that's what it's called.
I need to watch that.
It's a great movie.
There's also like because this is during one of the barrack scenes he says like he makes them all quote "This is my rifle. My rifle is my best friend." You know.
Yeah.
And that's like a huge theme of the movie. This idea of because like, they say it multiple times about like worshiping your rifle. Like loving your rifle.
Yeah.
Basically, this idea of like you're basically the same thing as the rifle. You're a tool for the army to use.
Yeah.
Like that's your kind of goal. That's why I love in a kind of weird way. I love the like later scenes where Pyle's kind of actually shifted to a machine.
Yeah.
He's, like,
I know exactly.
Talking about the gun, he's like caressing it and stuff. And he's like loading.
What's the name of it? Charlene or something? Or
I forgot what he names it.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Charlene, I think that's right.
Yeah, something similar to that.
It's like, damn, the machine actually works.
Yeah.
Like they actually got this guy to be like a cold-blooded killer. Like,
Damn. Yeah. I also think it's like interesting too when the film shifts from when the drill sergeant is like just like absolutely berating Private Pyle to when Private Joker starts like talking to him, and like they're like the change in like diction is so fascinating because like Private Joker's like just like very quietly soft spoken talking to him about everything compared to
See, that's the most that makes us like. See, that's
It's
the
like a
closest.
relief.
But that's the closest Kubrick gets the kind of like classical film relief, where like
Yeah.
now the good guy's going to show us why he's a good guy. You know, he's going to
Yeah.
be nice to the guy that's being bullied.
No, yeah.
That's basically why we like Joker. You know, it's like how he treats Pyle in these early scenes.
Yeah.
But that's why it's also a big moment when he actually decides to go beat on a Pyle as well. You know, he like hesitates whether he should do it later on, and then he just starts
Yeah.
he just starts doing it multiple times.
He was making him do push-ups because he wanted a jelly
Yeah.
donut, bro. Like, I would have done the same.
Because I don't know if you remember during one of the barracks scenes where like they're chanting this is my they're saying this is my rifle, and they hold their balls and like this is my gun. And they're going back to the same scene. But it's like a perfect formation as they're like walking around.
Yeah.
That's what made me think of the long gray line. Where, you know, Ford loves these kind of like huge formations, people dancing.
Like
it's almost like a
stuff.
dance. Yeah. It's like, damn, that'd be good. That's what made me think of it.
Damn, yeah.
We get this like kind of like huge obstacle course thing.
That
Pyle struggles
the
with
one
it.
where it like goes really high, that looks scary. So I'm not gonna lie.
It is cool the way they filmed it too.
Yeah.
Like with the camera right above.
Like
them
I
and
get
stuff.
why Pyle was like so scared, because I would have low key been the same.
I don't like heights either. So
Hell no.
That's why you gotta go fast, because if you stop up there,
No. Dude.
No, yeah. Then we get one of my favorite lines in the movies where is when it's like one of the worship services that he's like waking them up for, and he's like,
Yeah, okay.
"Drop your socks and grab your cocks. Today is Sunday, divine worship at 8:00."
No, he's like 0800.
Oh, 800, yeah,
it's like
yeah.
military time. Damn.
Yeah, they go to the gun target practice too.
Yeah.
And this is where, because I wrote this quote down, and I'm going to read it, because, let me just read it first, where he tells them, "Your rifle is your only tool. It is a hard heart that kills. If your killer instincts are not clean and strong, you'll hesitate at the moment of truth. You will not kill him. You'll become a dead Marine, and then you'll be in a world of shit, because Marines aren't allowed to die without permission."
Okay. Yeah.
And do you remember the world of shit line? Pyle says that right before he kills himself.
Yeah.
Which I was like, damn, that's interesting too. And I think Joker says something similar at the end
Yeah.
about being in a world of shit.
And also in the
too.
same scene, I found it interesting because he gives the examples of like guys who were good with rifles, but it wasn't military people. It was like mass killers, or it was one mass killer, and then the other one was JFK.
but they were trained by the military.
That's a little
Yeah, but
lighter.
like still, like it's like crazy that those are like the two examples he gives up though.
I think that's the point he's kind of making to like. I just think it's like basically the amorality of it, how they see it. You know, just like we're training machines. You know,
No,
like
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
it's like
this is a
also-
successful machine. This guy
when he-
shot a guy from 250 yards
when
away.
he killed the drill sergeant, like he didn't hesitate, and the thing was like, if you hesitate, you're a dead Marine.
Yeah,
It's like when it came down to it, it worked.
yeah.
Like the drill sergeant's training worked, and it got him killed.
No, that's exactly what I see it, because there's even like a little smile the drill sergeant has, like
Yeah.
as he's
Yeah.
approaching him too, like almost like yes he's about to get killed, but he kind of like did his job really well. Like,
I have
but, like,
succeeded.
he did it too well. Like if he had just like if Pyle just waited a few more days, he would have been on a battlefield doing this
Yeah.
shit. You know, like
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have just been the drill sergeant. He just did his job too well almost.
Yeah, it would have been Chris Kyle.
Okay.
And then some of the funny I put this in one of my letterbox reviews. Like to me, this is like maybe Kubrick's funniest movie. I forgot to say that at the beginning.
He has a lot of funny.
I've been skipping a lot of the funniest parts just because there's just like a lot of dialogue and just.
It is fun. It's really funny. Yeah.
Like all the stuff when they're like, when they're, I don't know what is it called when they're like jogging while they're with their rifles, and he's making them chant like. They're basically repeating what he says.
Training, yeah.
Where they're like, I don't know what I've been told. Eskimo pussy is mighty cold.
Yeah,
And then he's like, good. Mm,
yeah. Something like
feels
that.
good. Feels good.
I don't-
That's like always stuck in my head, dude. Like, the way
Oh,
no, I mean just the way they
Okay.
say it, because it's like they have to say whatever he says.
Yeah.
So it's like he's being so fucking creative.
Yeah. Damn. Damn.
There's multiple ones. Like every time they do that, it's so funny. No, but then this is like the part where they maybe turn on Pyle, where they find the donut.
Okay, yeah.
At least that's
a
what I
great
have
scene.
my notes. And this is where the drill sergeant changes, like, I guess his strategy, where he's like, okay, he's not punishing Pyle anymore.
Yeah.
He's punishing
Everyone else.
Everyone else.
Which leads to them beating him.
Yes. And I don't know if you guys noticed, because most of the soundtrack is actual music, you know, from like.
There's a lack of music in these scenes, except for there's a score like that's like during the night scenes. It's like only during the night scenes, I think.
Well,
unless it's them chanting, but like yeah.
No, that's true. It's them singing or something.
Yeah.
Well, because at the beginning I forgot to say, like, the way Kubrick did the soundtrack for this was apparently they just looked through the Billboard Top 100 from like 1962 to 1968, just found songs that would fit.
Yeah.
But then I think it's his daughter actually, and she changed her last name for the movie.
No.
But his daughter actually did the score, like the actual score.
Oh.
And so if you notice, like during this scene, you get this like kind of eerie,
it's really cool.
like this moody kind of music. It's pretty low key.
Yeah.
But he replays that 2 other times. So like when Pyle gets beaten up, when Pyle kills himself at the end, and then also when Joker kills the sniper at the end.
Okay, yeah.
It's the same music that plays like all 3 times, you know.
Yeah.
And the rest of it just basically is like a soundtrack almost.
Yeah.
And then also this blue is kind of, it just basically stands out from the rest of the movie.
Oh,
It's kind of like I read something from cinematographer where he called it like Hollywood moonlight that they were going for.
Yeah.
In these night scenes where it's like really blue, you know, but it stands out from like
sense.
how the rest of the film looks, where it's like super bright the rest of the time.
Yeah.
No, but I do. It is a creepy scene too. The way they just like, and the way he just like cries at the end too.
Damn, yeah.
It is sad because the camera just hangs on him, just like basically crying like like whimpering like a baby, you know. Where he's on his top bunk.
I mean, that would hurt a lot, man.
It would. The only thing that surprised me about that scene is that the drill sergeant doesn't come out being like, "What the fuck's going on?" And like,
well, that's why
that's why it was.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's crying after though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Pretty loudly.
Oh, okay.
Drill sergeant's like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
That goddamn private Pyle.
But then, like, you know, the classic Kubrick stare.
Yeah.
It's basically the next scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, during when they're all sitting there and he's like,
yeah, and you could say that's basically what, because it's actually this scene is when he mentions the 2 other, like Lee Harvey Oswald and Charles Whitman are the 2, the Austin, Texas killer, and then, you know, the guy that killed JFK. He's like bragging about how good marksmen they were, like basically ignoring the whole situation, you know. But that's the whole point, you know. It's like you're a machine. Like it doesn't matter what context. Like if you can if you can fucking, it's almost like the way people see sports, you know, where a coach is like, if you're good enough, I really don't care what you did off the field, you know. It's basically like that.
SEC football.
But it's like, yeah, we're trying to win here, you know. It's like, but yeah, that's what this one we get the Kubrick stare on the zoom too.
Okay, yeah.
On Pyle's face. It's funny. The cinematographer also said that Kubrick also gets that stare sometimes. I was like, that's funny. Like,
okay.
I was like, I wonder what he means by that.
All right, don't know what he's up to in his free time.
Yeah, then I love this cut to the barracks because it just starts. It cuts to them singing "Happy Birthday" to Jesus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
funny. There's also a Charlie Chaplin reference where he says Chaplain Charlie will be preaching to us.
Charlie.
Yeah.
And I love this quote too because he's like, God has a hard on for Marines because we kill everything we see. He plays his games, we play ours. To show our appreciation for so much power, we keep heaven packed with fresh souls. God was here before the Marine Corps, so you can give your heart to Jesus, but your ass belongs to the Corps. Do you ladies understand? He does bring up God a lot too, because we might have skipped over it where he like basically this is where he comes to respect Joker.
Yeah.
Where he's like, do you believe in
the Virgin Mary?
The Virgin Mary? He's like, no, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
And he basically tries to get him to change his mind, but he doesn't.
Makes him squad leader.
Yeah. But yeah, we get some more. This is like where we get the training scenes where Pyle's actually showing improvement now.
Oh, he's like, finally found something you're good at.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a good marksman. Yeah.
Yeah, he's successfully a war machine now.
Yes. And that's basically where the graduation comes to.
Yeah, I love the scene where he's assigning everyone their jobs. He's like, Private Joker journalism or whatever, and he's like, why the hell are you in journalism? You're a war killer.
Oh yeah. Also, when he tells them this, he says, "But always remember this: Marines die. That's why we're here. But the Marine Corps lives forever, so you live forever."
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, to me, that's what also fits the long gray line kind of
Yeah.
method. Like, just that's the ethos of the army. You know.
No, exactly.
It's kind of you have to basically believe in that in a way
Yeah.
for it to all work. You know. But yeah, then like. It's basically just bad luck because like they're already graduated, but they got one more day on the island. This is where shit goes down.
Yeah.
It is creepy the way it's filmed too. As he walks in the bathroom and stuff.
He's like slowly loading the rifle. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we come out and talked about it, but he
It is brutal when he like kills himself.
kills himself.
Yeah.
I read that this actually got me to watch the movie. Have you any of you seen To Live and Die in L.A.?
I have not.
I watched it because of when I read this too. But the way they apparently Matthew Modine gave Kubrick the idea for how they were going to film him like shooting the actual
really?
gun because they didn't like the squibs they were getting,
Oh.
and so apparently what they did on To Live and Die in L.A. was they mixed and this is what they did on the film too is they mixed pasta and fake blood, and they put it into like a pressurized air thing and then shot it into his face.
Oh.
And that's what all the guts are like right behind him, you know? Because it's like so fast, if you notice.
Yeah.
Like, you basically can't get that speed without like some pressurized air thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically the first. Technically, I guess the book is known for having 3, and the movie too. It's technically 3 parts. Most people think of it as 2.
Oh.
But I guess they divide the
The third part would be them.
the sniper scene.
Okay, the sniper scene. Yeah.
That's like kind of considered separate from the other
Okay.
stuff. But
Yeah.
I also get why it's called 2 parts too.
Yeah. And yeah. Next scene, we love you long time.
Yes, another classic line in this movie.
Oh my god.
And also, what do we get for $10? Everything you want.
They're just in sunny Vietnam now, like not doing anything.
To me, that was like that's the capitalist dream, you know.
Yeah.
$10 you can get anything.
Oh gosh, and there's like billboards behind them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally drastic opposite of.
Honestly, you saying that is one of my favorite because I've seen some people say, and maybe I can agree, where because a lot of Vietnam films, if you think about them, like Apocalypse Now, for example, they're in the jungle, you know, they're in like the forest and stuff, like where that's how people think of Vietnam. But the battle scenes in this one is like actually in a town, you know, like it's in a beaten up town. And so a lot of people just don't think of it as like, because like Kubrick filmed this in England, even these scenes, even the outside scenes. And so people have always knocked him on like basically it looks more artificial compared to like you know.
I don't think that's a negative necessarily.
But one thing I think is a positive about that is like the backgrounds of the posters are so good. Like
yeah.
just like
Perfectly placed.
I think they actually did get a lot of the posters from Vietnam. So it is cool like just seeing like just like random kind of like especially the faces on some of them are just so like some of them are actually good artwork and stuff. But it's cool to see that. But yeah, then we get the magazine. Basically, that's the next section where we see how what's it called? Stars and Stripes, their magazine.
Yeah. The way that they tell that to everyone they go to, like, where the hell are you from? Stars and Stripes.
But everyone loves them after they say that. Because they
Well,
make them war heroes.
Yeah.
Because this one is like I think it's a funny scene, but it actually is like you could say this is Kubrick actually giving his deepest thoughts on the film on the war too in general.
Yeah.
Because this is like what I was talking about with the like everything's for stats and something like how like the news is actually reported by the army where everything is spun.
Yeah.
Because like in one part where they're like, in the future, replace search and destroy with sweep and clear.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So like just like little changes like that to make it seem like less bad and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is the part where they're like basically like I even read that Kubrick quote where the leader, the editor of the magazine, he's like, "Did you at least see blood trails? Did you see something? Like we need to kill him." Like, he's like, "Sir, I didn't see anything." So, he's like. He's basically like, just get something to where you can say you saw something, you know, like.
But it's interesting because Private Joker, he like almost wants to be a war killer. Like he's like, oh, I wish I was on like the front lines now, after being here.
Oh, after being at the office. And stuff.
I guess maybe like I don't know. Anyway.
Because he says grunts like reading about dead officers. I like that one.
Well, I agree. Like he wants to be part of that. Like he has the peace sign, and then the born to kill.
Oh yeah, that's another interesting thing.
And then later on, where he's like, "I wanted to be the first kid on my block to have a confirmed kill."
Yeah.
When he's talking to the TV.
No, I love when he's like when he tells the drill sergeant like, "Sir, I was just trying to suggest something about the duality of man, sir."
I love that actor
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
The guy that he's talking to, that old guy.
Yeah.
His voice is so fucking funny. Yeah, then we actually get like a one kind of camp where they're in the camp, just like making fun of each other and stuff before the battle actually started. There's like a attack on the base.
Okay, yeah.
And this is where Joker does start smiling when he finally gets to shoot the machine gun, where he's like and he's just like fucking firing it,
Yeah, and this offensive, I forgot what it's called. It's like the
Tet offensive.
Tet, that's actually, I looked it up. It's actually a thing.
Okay.
It was a thing. I mean, obviously, but like it's interesting to read about. Yeah. Because actually, this was one of the things during the Vietnam War that turned the public tide the most, was because they mentioned it like in like a line during the movie, but there were suicide bombers that attacked the U.S. embassy. Like they blew it. Like they didn't get to the main building, but still like the images from that were like relayed to the American public, which turned a lot more people against the war. But yeah, there was a lot.
This part of that.
Yeah, this was like a huge surprise attack at like a lot of different.
One of the parts I noticed after when they're back in the magazine kind of room after he says something I think Spielberg would have been proud of, where he's like, well, we even heard that Cronkite said that the world is now unwinnable.
Yeah,
which was like that was actually a huge thing for like a news guy to say the war is now unwinnable, because like people were only watching him like for the war, like he was getting like. He was getting like Super Bowl number of views if you go look like from back in the day. Like, it's crazy because there was only like fucking 3 news channels you could watch, and Cronkite was like the most popular one. So if him saying that was like actually a huge deal back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's kind of I feel like Disclosure Day, like that was like like that was like Spielberg's wet dream, People actually took the news seriously like that. But then Joker has one of my favorite parts too, where because earlier in the last meeting they had, or they were like, Anne Margaret's coming to boost up troop morale or something. And then, like, after this whole offensive, he asks, does that mean Anne Margaret's still coming? And that's when, that's what's pissing him off, because then the editor's like, all right, we're sending you off.
We're sending the front line.
Yeah, we're sending you.
Better get ready.
No, I love that, too.
Damn.
No, but that's when Joker and Ratterman, they get
yeah, Ratterman's like, can I do I have permission to go with him, sir? And the Joker's like, do I have permission not to bring him with me, sir?
Like, he should have said that, because I was going to make him send him even more, honestly. But yeah, it cuts to them on this helicopter.
Yeah.
And this is where we meet the guy that was originally cast as the drill instructor.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, really?
This helicopter guy? Yeah. Which, he's also got an amazing role in this, for how evil he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he says, anyone who runs is a VC. Anyone who stands still is a well-disciplined VC.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
is, like, goddamn. Like, it's a funny line, but it's like,
Yeah.
this is how people work.
This is the most, like, Apocalypse Now moment in this movie.
Yes. Is there a guy in Apocalypse Now this evil, though?
Kind of.
There's a
There's a
guy
guy in a
that
helicopter
shoots people,
that
like,
when they like go and like destroy the villages with napalm. It's pretty evil.
Okay, yeah. But this is just like, because like there's a shot of like the woman and children running, and he's just like laughing as he's shooting at them, and they're like, "How can you shoot at women and children?" He's like, "Easy." Shoots some more and laughs. And he's like, "You just don't lead them so much."
It's crazy.
And then he laughs. And he's like,
absurd.
"Hey, war, hell!" And he's like, keeps
God.
laughing.
So
It's like, because it's like a funny scene, but it's also a really depressing scene.
Oh,
because
yeah.
This is where I mean, like the sentimental bullshit that I forgot to actually read the quote, but that's what Kubrick calls it with a lot of these war films, because it's like scenes like this basically push like to where scenes like this make it to where you can't have that in the same film almost.
Yeah.
Because this is like beyond the pale of like you're not coming back from that almost. Especially this is a good guy. This is supposed to be a good soldier, like the team you're supposed to be cheering for. So that's why it's like.
Yeah.
In a way, it's also like defines the movie really well for like basically not every soldier is just this guy that wants to save the Vietnamese and actually has their best interest in mind and all that. It's just like a lot of these soldiers didn't know why they were there in the first place, and for some guys, it's always true. It's just for fun. Like they actually find it fun,
Damn, yeah.
But then this is where we meet Cowboy, He was
Meet Him Again.
Meet Him Again. Yeah.
Yeah, they reunited.
Maybe one of the most kind of heartwarming parts of the movie is when they actually meet again.
Yeah.
In a movie that just like doesn't have any of it really.
Because did they even like each other during boot camp?
Well, they went to the same boot camp.
Yeah,
like,
that's like the only reason.
That's what connects you. That's what connects.
They were like
guys.
right next to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They had to go through the same stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, watching it this time too, I never thought about much about Cowboy's like whole journey until this film as much. But the fact that he basically becomes like, because like other guys just keep dying in front of him, he becomes the leader like of the squad at the end, and he just like doesn't want to do that at all. He's like, we need to go back.
Well, we're in the wrong area.
Yeah.
We need to change direction right now.
See, that's where like Animal Mother becomes a problem to him, or because he's like, no, we're going to save him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where they see the. Actually, we haven't seen Cowboy yet because there's that scene where the colonel comes and talks to him about the Born to Kill helmet versus the Duality Man section. But yeah, then we there's one review I read where apparently in the, because I don't know if you noticed like the buildings where they're actually hanging out, all the entrances are circles.
Oh yeah.
And apparently that was like an actual thing, and like because the city they're in is like the ancient capital of Vietnam, which is called Hue.
Yeah, Hue.
But I guess that's how they built buildings back then, which is kind of cool. These like circular entrances. But it's also funny because like this is like how they're treating these like ancient sites. They're basically just like, use them as a military base now.
Most entrances in like Asia and all their, like the Forbidden City in Beijing, it's all like a circular. They're tall, but it's all that circular entrance.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Forbidden City is really cool.
Yeah, this is where we also get the dead soldier.
Oh, yeah, that's
just like covered up, and then he's like, "Hey, you want to get a good picture?"
Because I honestly thought this time too that was this actual soldier at first.
Yeah,
like I didn't even notice until I was like, that guy's kind of white.
My thing is like, this guy must smell terrible though. Like this body, why would you want that there?
The soldiers probably smell worse.
That's true.
Like, it is true, but why would you want that? Like during this way you're relaxing.
They're used to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, like, if your room smells,
it's like all this. This whole place smells like this at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we get another battle. This is time like with the mines and stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, the best part of this battle is not actually the battle. It's like the kind of the cut to the victory with the Surfing Bird song as the.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Family Guy song.
Oh, yeah.
Family Guy song. Yeah.
Is it bad that I thought Family Guy made it was a song from Family Guy? Like I didn't actually know it was like a song before that.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, how's it go?
Bird, bird, bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all I know. About the bird. About the bird.
I can only hear it in Peter Griffin's voice. That's the thing. like it's weird hearing him not sing it. Anyway.
But it does come out of like because the last scene is like so depressed. It's like a battle, a normal battle, and then all of a sudden it's just like this really kind of happy song.
Yeah.
And everything's upbeat. And Kubrick even called this scene what he calls post-combat euphoria that actual soldiers would talk about after battles, where like they would just feel like this kind of like euphoric pleasure after a battle would actually take place, and that's what he was trying to go for,
Yeah.
Because I love this shot too. It's one of my favorite shots of the movie. Is like you're watching the camera crew film like the actual war scenes where they're all just like they're all going across all the soldiers
panning.
sitting down, and each soldier's like saying their own little line and stuff.
Damn, yeah. It's all like rehearsed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was filming 1917.
But we don't actually see that shot, I don't think. Maybe we do, actually, what the camera's moving.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't see it.
But yeah, then we, because someone dies during that battle too, don't they? Because they see them all, like, standing around.
Yeah, they're standing around them.
It's the one, their commander or something, right?
Yeah, and they start getting interviewed, too.
And, like, this is another example of, like, a soldier saying something. Like, because normally if you're cheering for the good guys, you want your soldiers to be like, we're here to actually, instill American values and save the Vietnamese from the government or something like that. And Animal Mother says, do you think we waste goods for freedom? This is a slaughter. if I'm gonna get my balls blown off for a word, my word is poontang.
Oh gosh.
I love that line. Oh yeah, because you remember the guy that dies, like how they're talking about him. You remember his nickname first of all. That'll probably give it away. His nickname is Handjob.
Oh god.
Because it's like a tragic moment because he almost got sent away. Like he was 1 week from getting sent away for what do they call a Section 8? What they call basically medical leave.
Discharge.
He was jerking off. Yeah, medically discharged because he was jerking off so much. They say like he even jerked off in the waiting room. Yeah. But it's like that's war. Like you fucking get killed anyway. You know, even before you're about to leave.
Yeah. And then like they immediately solicit the prostitute again.
Yes, they would slit the prostitute. We also get the interview scenes too of all the soldiers.
Yeah.
Basically, they're all asking about the war. And all of them are just like, I don't get none of them are appreciative of like why we're here in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like American colonialism classic. Like the soldiers think they're going over and everyone's gonna love them when they're there, and like all the people actually don't want them there at all.
Yeah.
You get other ones too, though.
What? Well, yeah.
Like some of the soldiers actually have like thoughts about the war. So
that is true.
Also,
Well, also, I think that's like basically like the whole duality of man thing is basically
Yeah.
just the military-industrial complex. Like we try and like send our military out to like make peace, but then we're just
Yes.
making more chaos. So it's
That's
kind
why I
of-
like
kind of a
Joker's.
paradox.
Joker says both in the same because he's like
Yeah.
almost doing like he's like saying it like he's like treating it like a vacation. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I wanted to see exotic Vietnam, the jewel of South Asia. Me interested in simulating people of ancient culture, and then he goes and kill them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when they see the hooker. But yeah, this is I think that's the last part before we get this third section of the last third section of the film, which
The
is
sniper.
the sniper.
Yeah. When
And another part of this movie, what I think like this third section makes it so great, if you think about it, is like I think Kubrick is in his mind always thinking about comparing himself to the classic war film.
yeah.
And normally your third act, this is where your grand finale conclusion happens. You know, where
The hero arc.
the hero arc. We actually see the villain as a worthy opponent and stuff, and like we get the climax. You know, but it's like I like how he hides the villain the whole time. And so we're getting like a classic war
Yeah.
kind of like invisible battle.
Yeah,
You
the
know, with
Marines
tension
are
and
kind of the
everything.
targets now. They've always gone after the targets, but now.
But then the
they're being
reveal
targeted.
that all of these guys are just getting mowed down by this single girl,
Yeah.
who's basically like doing it by herself. It's just like
Yeah.
such a good reveal to me.
Yeah.
Of like showing like how this is just
I mean, war's
war's not just like this black and white like good guys bad guys situation.
I mean, this
you
is
know?
something in war though. One well-placed sniper can kill a lot of
Yes,
fucking people.
yes,
Man. It's
yes.
crazy.
Yes.
And I mean, this is a
'cause
real
she's
tactic.
still, it's not like
so.
she ends up still being an opponent. Like she kills like 4 or 5 of them or something.
I mean, this is a real tactic that is
Yeah.
used, obviously, to draw more men so that you can kill them. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And this was also
It's very
this was
cruel.
another tough part for soldiers in Vietnam. Was everyone in Vietnam was fighting? You know, in a lot of these cases, it wasn't just the men. You know, it was a
Yeah.
lot of women and children also fighting. So a lot of times you didn't know if like, was this an actual civilian or was this actual like how do you define an 8-year-old that's actually fighting or something? You know, or she's probably older than 8 in this case.
Oh,
But
she is. Yeah.
Well, if you're the guy in the helicopter, it doesn't matter.
yes,
That's basically what he said.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of part of this movie is like a lot of the soldiers have to have that mindset, even if they're not showing laughing while they're doing
Well,
it.
they're
you
all
know,
trained the
like-
same way that Pyle and his crew was. Like, if you hesitate with your rifle, you'll be a dead Marine. Like, it's through the
Yeah.
whole movie.
Exactly.
Just in different forms of how people, like, what extremes they take it to.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes like the ending so great. Is like Joker ends up like depending on how you read the movie. I guess we can ask the question now. Like to me, I'm always like, is what he does at the end merciful or not? Like, is it almost like he's actually still has some morality in him because he actually shoots her when she's like suffering? Because even Animal
Or
Mother's
was
like,
it
no, let her suffer.
or was it for his confirmed kill that he wanted?
No, exactly. That's how I'm saying you can read it either way. Like,
Yeah.
because that what makes it true is like that kill actually makes what he says true. Is I was the first kid of mine kill.
I think the whole
Wow.
film is like trying to satisfy both, and
Yeah.
I think he could make the argument to himself that he did both.
Yeah,
I think
even
so.
with the peace sign and the Born to Kill sticker,
Yeah.
pin
And
on
then-
his helmet or whatever.
and then the very ending when they're singing the Mickey Mouse song too.
Yeah.
But see, to me, that's
there's
what
two
makes
sides.
it,
There's two sides to him, like
Yeah.
to that soldier. I think.
So you think he still has his soul somewhere in there?
Yes, but he's corrupted enough to think he can do both.
Okay, yeah.
And
I think
that
that's
absolves
what it is.
him of something.
I think that's what the Mickey Mouse ending is, because like
Okay.
we don't actually see a close up of him. It's just him with the rest of the guys
Yeah.
just walking. Like he's one of them now. They're all kind of
Yeah.
the same. Singing the Mickey Mouse song. I mean, I did kind of get some of the plot over of just like what happens in this third act
Yeah.
of like the first guy getting killed. Some of the shots are brutal. Like the guy getting
Yeah.
shot in the foot.
Ooh.
Like imagine just getting shot in the foot and you're just like.
with a high caliber rifle, it's just
Yes.
your foot's gone.
And the way they show like the foot actually coming apart too in slow motion, like
And the city's so like disorientating too. Like
because normally
You know
you're
where
like
it's coming
if like
from.
you think about if a guy gets hit with a sniper, you're usually dead.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you're not dead. You're just like you have to bleed out.
you're just bait at
Yes.
that point.
Or you're bait. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what they're using him for. And then that's what I should have
She
mentioned.
gets
this,
she gets the sharpshooter shot though, right through the building. Like that.
that was a good shot.
Damn.
Yes.
And the fact that there's also just like palm trees all around them too while this is happening. Like
Yes. Another thing is like it's funny how much bullets they end up wasting on this one girl.
no, yeah.
It is like especially Animal Mother. He's just like firing all over the place. But yeah, I think that's it. That's the we already talked about the Mickey Mouse ending too.
Mickey Mouse.
It's fun. Apparently they filmed or they had two other ideas for the ending that I think would have both been worse. Was one of the endings was apparently Joker was supposed to die and his death would be intercut with clips of him as a young boy. And then another ending. This was the ending of the book was Animal Mother hacks off the sniper's head and puts it on his head as a weapon, puts the head on his weapon.
Oh.
Like head on a stake.
Yeah, basically that.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been.
That would fit as well.
I
That
feel
would
like-
have fit better than the other one, at the very least.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, the Joker dying one. But yeah, that's Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, great movie.
Great movie. And when we come back from the break, we will do 1917.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger. I'm traveling through this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, toil, nor danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home.
And we are back from the break to talk about what year did this come out?
2019.
2019's 1917. Directed by Sam Mendes. Sam Mendes.
Sam Mendes.
Mendes. Actually, I don't know
I think
how
that's
to
how you.
Yeah, I think
pronounce
that's
it.
how you say it.
of James Bond fame, right?
Well, American Beauty probably was his first
American
hit.
Beauty.
He also did like Revolutionary Road. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah.
But let's start with, since this was Aaron's pick, let's start with Aaron. Why 1917?
Kind of back to what I said about the things with war movies the first time around. It's just the storytelling. I like how this one doesn't focus on turning a character into like a hero or a villain of any kind. It's just like an ordinary enlisted man has been tasked with something that's probably gonna make him like he's gonna die. Like those are the odds. Him and one other guy, and just pedaling along, foot after foot, trying to make it toward the end. And I think if you want to call it the continuous take, made that story a little bit more immersive. That's what stuck out the first time I watched it, and kind of reinforced it when I watched it again.
Interesting.
All right, Blake, what do you think?
So I don't hate 1917. I do want to say that first. I personally don't like the one take type thing. I think it makes the movie feel longer than it really is. I mean, it's only like 2 hours, I think. But every time I think about watching that movie, I'm like, oh, it's like 2.5 hours. Or like 3 hours. but I think that's partially just because of the nature of the one take. Like if it's one take, it's more easily it's just easier for the audience to lose focus, obviously. But I do like a lot about this movie too, though, because the first time I watched it, I had these thoughts too. But we don't get World War I movies that often. First off. Like, the trench warfare is very rarely done. Like, I know Kubrick actually did one also, like his other war movie, Paths of Glory, but that has very actual, like, little trench warfare in it.
Yeah, that's probably the main thing I liked about this movie was, like,
Yes.
they would go through, like, these trenches, and you're like, damn, they really live like that.
It's crazy, man. Like, because
Yeah.
it does a very good job of showing the conditions these men have to, like, go through to even, like,
Yeah,
to get an inch, basically, in this war. So,
Yeah.
and I do actually, I like a lot of the characters in the movie, actually, too. I don't hate the main guy. I think this is I think there's actually another movie that has just like that's kind of about just like these runners to like get messages to, I think it might be Gallipoli. I think that might be what it's called.
Isn't like Hacksaw Ridge about that or something? Or no, he's a
No,
medic.
he's a medic.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't
okay.
seen that movie, but
I like how like you kind of know this guy's probably gonna make it through because someone's gonna get the message through because it is still a Hollywood movie kind of like that. Like it is kind of predictable in that way, but I do like how there is consequences in this movie too. Like there are a lot of people that die. Like I mean, the one guy that's with them who in another movie could be the main character, he obviously dies.
See, there is. I honestly wish like you can kind of tell he's a sidekick character though. Like the way they cast him, he's like a little chubbier, you know. He's not as tall as.
It would have been better if they killed this guy and then let the chubby guy take
see,
it
that's
all.
what the twist would have been. Yeah.
No,
you can
but
tell he's kind of like a side character.
But I kind of blasted the Odyssey for like not being like historically accurate, obviously. But that I do appreciate that in this movie though, for the most part. But yeah, like overall, it's not one that I'm going to come back to very often, or that I do come back to, or even like think watching again because of the one take nature. But it is still well made. Like Sam Mendes is definitely like not a bad director. Like I like his James Bond movies. So
I don't like his James Bond movie. Or the one I
you don't like
watched.
Skyfall?
I don't remember liking that one.
You don't like
Skyfall's
Skyfall,
good, dude.
Skyfall.
It was a while ago.
Skyfall's
but-
Honestly,
really
even the
good.
last one is not terrible. Like it's very stylish. And
Spectre.
I don't
Yeah,
think I watched
Spectre.
that one.
I remember
Yeah,
it being
Spectre's
kinda
not that
sloppy,
either.
but-
Like I just remember going from Casino Royale, which I liked a lot, and then
See,
it's like,
I'm not like Skyfall's better than Casino Royale for like in my
I
opinion.
like Casino Royale, but I also think that shit's cool, like gambling and shit, like high stakes gambling. And he's like a spy. I don't know. Anyway.
Also, Eva Mendes in Casino Royale, right?
Is
Not
she-
Eva Mendes. Oh, what's her name?
I mean, someone very attractive. Yes.
That's not Eva
the Bond,
Mendes.
the Bond
that's-
girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's the Bond girl.
I think it might be her, actually. I think you're right.
Let's see.
That's a crazy bull.
Eva Green.
Oh, okay,
okay,
yeah.
you got the right-
I knew who you were
right,
talking
right.
about. I didn't know her
It's like I
exact
can
last
recognize her
name.
by her eyes, but
Damn. Horny on me.
I mean, she is crazy in that movie, though. It's,
I mean, I don't disagree, brother. I don't disagree.
she had a crazy early 2000s run.
Anyway, for me, as I mentioned earlier, I like the historical aspects are cool. The one shot thing, it's like a cool Roger Deakins showcase. I think like it's a showcase of his talents, but I don't know. It's, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not super into like the whole like anti-war like films. I mean, this one it's not as egregious as maybe some of the other ones, but still it does have some of the like spectacle aspects of it, especially at the end. Which in a sense I'm just not as interested in. I don't know. If we're talking about just like what's the purpose of the one take, like I guess he's like, as you mentioned, he's trying to get you like immersed in it.
But I also think it's like he said, like it feels long.
Yeah.
I think the point is to feel like it's a long journey to like get you to feel what that character or that person's going through. Not that it landed well.
Yeah,
but I think that is part of the purpose of that take, is to make it feel strenuous and
and yeah, that's like I'm not particularly enthused by that, but I mean it's not. I don't like the movie, but I don't think it's like egregiously bad, because I think a few years ago I watched it. I didn't like. I hated it, but like but I don't think it's like terrible. It's just like I don't know. It's not my thing, I guess. Yeah. It's an interesting. The parts I don't like are still like interesting.
Like what?
Like the one shot take. Like I find it like, even if it doesn't work for me necessarily, like I still think the choice is kind of like okay, it's cool that they went with it. Like I guess it makes it like not as like generic as it could
cool
be.
they committed, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I will say, like, just to give my thoughts, because I watched this, I think, a couple of days after the Odyssey, and it was a little refreshing just to, because, like, that's one of the main problems. There's so many cuts in that movie, and it's, like, so fast. It was kind of just refreshing, just seeing, like, almost kind of the exact opposite, where it's just, like, these long takes. But, honestly, I think my main problem with the film is, like, I think, like, the long take thing is cool, like, from a technical level.
Yeah.
But, I don't think it adds anything, like, to the story, necessarily. You know? Even, like, I know Blake said it feels longer. To me, like, it actually feels still like a normally paced war film, because the scenes are still kind of classical scenes of a war movie, you know, where, like, they're going from A to B to C, and then every point in the journey is, like, some kind of dramatic moment happening in the story. You know, where you don't just really feel like, just like the length of just like the everyday war. Like every scene still has like this kind of dramatic arc to it. You know, either whether it's the sidekick dying or him having to cross some bridge, or just all the things as we're about to talk about. Like, and then another thing to me is, I think that's why it kind of pairs well with Full Metal Jacket in my mind, is that it's like one of the criticisms I was talking about at the beginning is, I don't think this film is not really interested in interrogating the kind of morals behind war, you know.
Yeah.
Where there's like, he's not necessarily like a hero where he's like shooting a bunch of people and stuff and saving the day. That's almost kind of a criticism, because there's like basically the heroes never kill anyone, you know. That's on purpose, you know, to make you feel like he's even more of a good guy. Like it's because you can sympathize with him even way more. Like if he was just started wasting people, it's hard. It's less, especially nowadays, where people are more sensitive to that.
I do feel like they both go together, because they both do that war from a non-heroic standpoint. Like in both movies, I don't feel like there's that person that's like being followed from A to B to C. That's a hero per se.
But what about this main guy though?
I don't think he's doing really anything heroic.
Like it's interesting, because at the beginning
they could have picked anyone. He didn't get picked because he's stronger, better shot.
Yeah,
like
also I found it interesting when
he got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, and when they come out of the room after they get the briefing, he's like, "Wait, we should talk about this." Like he's almost like having like, we should like not do this. But then the other guy has his brother over there, so it's almost like he becomes attached to him. But the other guy's not. I wouldn't call him heroic, but he's like, it becomes personal for him, which in a sense, I don't know, just kind of like, in a way, that's their drive. It's not necessarily
their family.
Yeah.
At least for that's true.
I found that kind of interesting. Yeah, but
like it's just because he has a family member on the other side.
Yeah. And that's kind of drags the other guy along, like the big guy, I guess.
But I will say, like, I think the audience is on their side the whole time. That's kind of what I mean by a hero. Not necessarily like he's doing heroic events, but like, how do we feel as the audience about the main people? And I think we're still supposed to see them as doing something brave and heroic in terms of getting across all these enemy lines, basically. And it's like, we don't really see, like, we do see some killing, but it's like, it's like always in the background, you know.
Explosions.
Yeah, you're not really supposed to think about it in that way. And then one kind of this is maybe towards at least in some of the scenes, it feels a little like video game cutscene to me. You know what I mean? Like some of the Call of Duty cutscenes you get sometimes. At least on some of the scenes.
Like which ones?
I kind of see.
Like maybe as they're just like wandering like through the like even when they're walking through the trenches and stuff. Like I feel like there's like Call of Duty.
Well, I mean, like I'm
where
pretty
they're,
sure one of the Call of Duty games literally has one of the missions start as you're like running across a battlefield almost, because he like whenever he like jumps out of the trenches and starts running, I could see that being a video game cutscene to like lead you to the next moment where you're actually like.
But that maybe that's just because like in a video game you can't cut away from the.
Yeah, it's very continuous.
Yeah, very continuous. You know.
Yes.
And he uses the Steadicam a lot, which is like it's not. It's very like the camera moves are very like.
So
smooth.
it's not like
it's not
maybe
handheld.
like in other films where it's like a long take. You would get the handheldness
it's
to
not
make
as
it feel
gritty.
like a documentary filmmaker or something in the war. This one is still filmed very classically, like a video game. You know, when
Which,
the camera's not shaking all the time and stuff.
Although it is interesting, like because I read that apparently. Because if you're doing when they're doing this, obviously it's not all in one shot.
Yeah, I read it's like around 30 shots.
But they had to actually like map out the whole where they all walked throughout the movie. They had to map that all out in a continuous thing before they even started shooting.
Like for a shot?
Yeah, or just for the whole movie. It has to be all one continuous thing, like in terms of the geography of it, like where they're moving, like the blocking. Basically.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
But that's more the technical side of it, I guess.
No, that's true. Basically, it takes more planning for.
Yeah.
And I do think there is some immersion aspects to it, for sure. And I do prefer this over like Nolan's like overcutting and stuff.
Wait, so do you think this is better than Dunkirk?
No,
but Dunkirk I feel like is a lot slower film.
it is a lot slower.
Yeah, I guess it has some slower parts. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is more. Yeah.
But honestly, I'd have to watch that again. But
I think 1917 is better than the Odyssey. I would say that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
I think Dunkirk has the same kind of problems where he doesn't really want to talk about the kind of like morality of war.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
where
more.
It's like more there's a good side, but I'm not going to show the villain side at all.
I do think his editing is really interesting in that movie. Though.
I do
How he
think
plays
so.
with time,
Yeah.
obviously, because he's Nolan. But yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and go through it.
I feel
Yeah.
like we did.
I mean, we usually go through the scenes, even though
it is like it's one big scene.
it's one big scene.
Kind of.
We already talked about the opening of like them getting called to the mission with the
It starts with them like asleep on the tree.
sleep on the tree. Then they get told that what is it like? There's basically an attack that one of the generals doesn't know about.
They're walking into a trap.
They're walking into a
Yeah,
trap
like
because they've got new aerial.
they got
footage.
bad intel, or they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have the right intel. Yeah.
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 So that's what starts this mission of them both having to go.
And then his brother is also like a part of that, which is
that's
probably
right.
why he got picked. Yeah, because they need someone with like the drive to actually.
See, to me, honestly, it like that's another thing. It could be more interesting if there was no fucking brother on the other side, because that's almost supposed to emotionally tie you to the characters. You know?
Every
Like,
man
I guess-
over there
Like,
is your brother.
that's the thing
man.
like Kubrick was talking about with the character development of like someone has a brother or something.
Yeah.
Even though this one has a brother actually in the war, but like the war becomes just more brutal if they're just like, no, it's you two randomly, you guys have to go.
I
Like,
guess, yeah, that's a good point.
but then there has to be some extra motivation for one of the guys, you know. But then they enter. They pass these guys basically telling them like how dangerous it is and stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot what year did this come out.
2019.
I'm trying to remember if Sherlock was still a big show in this during this era.
I feel like that's a long
Because there's
time
like
ago.
Moriarty's in this. That's how I always know this guy from Sherlock.
Moriarty.
Moriarty.
I haven't seen
Oh,
Sherlock.
He's one of the guys like
he's one of the
front
antagonists
Morgan's
in Sherlock, right?
Sherlock, yeah. And then Benedict Cumberbatch, Sherlock. He's actually at the end too.
Yeah, he is.
So I wonder if there's like cast those guys said Sherlock was big at the time.
Good show.
Honestly,
I remember watching as a kid and liking it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one guarding No Man's Land. He'd be like, I wouldn't do this if I were you, basically. Yeah. They're like, we have to. And that's when we
Make
get
it
this,
overshoot this flare.
this long shot of them like going over the rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they find out actually the front line's already been abandoned, which is not what they're expecting.
Yeah.
Although, like, this dude, even if he, like, survives the movie, he's probably dead. Just from, like, tetanus.
Oh, the guy.
No,
Yeah, the main guy?
Yeah.
Because he, like, fucking, like...
Tetanus.
He first off, like, stabs his hand or gets his hand caught in barbed wire, which obviously
yeah.
terrible. Then he sticks it right in a dead guy. Like, damn.
No,
He's
there,
dead.
there are so
He's
many.
dead.
There were so many diseases on these battlefields.
But yeah, that's when they're under the bunker. The rat sets off this tripwire, which is
Damn, yeah.
almost kills them, but they make it out safe.
Oh man.
This is where you can kind of see like this is maybe the most tension you get between the two characters, or the guy with the brother. No, our hero is like blaming the other guy. Like, why'd you even pick me in the first place? He's like, I didn't know it was gonna be for this fucking shit or whatever. Like,
Damn, yeah.
he didn't even know what they were picking him for. Yeah, they have this walk through all this like abandoned metal.
Okay, yeah.
And this is where, honestly, maybe my favorite shot in the movie is where the plane actually.
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
a cool shot.
Like, that's when we see the plane get shot down from the background as they're watching in the foreground, and it just like
Yeah, that was
it's
probably
cool. It's a cool shot because you see the plane get shot down, and then it goes behind this hill, and then it comes back up, and that's when it crashes down on the grass.
timing that one up must have been a
Yes.
fun challenge.
Yeah, like it would have been crazy to shoot this.
Yeah.
But it's like, it is crazy how much they like it's so stupid how they get this German soldier and they start trying to help him, but they don't take his gun away or anything. I'm like, oh man.
Like, you're like, if I was there, things would have gone down.
Yeah, but
differently.
that happens in movies all the time when they're like they beat the bad guy, but they forget to take the gun that's like right next to him.
Danny wouldn't have forgotten. He would have gotten it.
But this is the closest we get to like a villain, where like, oh, see this German evil guy, the British are helping them, and
He
he just kills him right when he wakes up. From a Full Metal Jacket standpoint, you could say that makes him a good soldier, you know.
Did his job.
Yeah. But yeah, this is when we get the sidekick who dies, talking about his mom, you know. Tell my mom I love her. Like,
It is a crazy good effect, though, like how his face just gets completely white. Also, like,
yeah.
he starts off mostly normal, and then as the scene progresses, it just drains color. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does die kind of early, too, honestly.
Because, yeah, I remember when this was coming out, like, the marketing was, like, those two specifically, and, like, he just dies, like, 30 minutes in, and you're like, oh.
See, that is a good point. Like, watching the trailer, I need to go back and watch the trailer. Like, so, like, if it's a shot of him by himself,
Yeah.
that's just a giveaway of, like, the other guy dies, right?
Yeah. Because this movie came out when I was actually, like, into the Oscars, and so I remember, like, it was getting awards before it even got a theatrical release, so there was, like, a lot of hype for it. Yeah. 2019 was a crazy year. But, yeah.
But then we get basically the next scene is when they meet another battalion leader with this like huge truck of soldiers and stuff.
Yeah.
And he kind of joins them until that's what I'm saying. There is still some kind of like war hero moments, like where the truck gets stuck in the mud, and he's like,
yeah.
"No, I'll get it. Like all the soldiers are like, "No, you can't do it. You can't do it." They're like, "No, we're gonna do it." And then they all like, "All right, one more chance, everyone," and they actually do it. You know.
Just men banded together, Danny.
Hating on patriotism. Love of country.
He was just so, so determined. But honestly, I guess, because he's connected to the friend that has the brother.
Yeah.
Like, because I was thinking, why is he still doing this? You know,
Yeah. I would have run.
It's not my brother. Like, no, but then he's like, all right, I gotta leave you guys because I forget why they say we have to stop for some reason. He's like, no, I can't stop. So he has to take a different way. It is a cool shot as he like crosses like this like river over this like bridge, and that's when he starts getting shot
That's
at.
kind of cool. Yeah.
The way the camera's like, yeah, it must have been a bitch to shoot that.
That's why you get Roger.
He's like
Deakins to
crossing
do it.
water and stuff, and it's still in a single take. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when he gets into another fight, a gunfight.
And this is like isn't there a time cut here? Like when
I
he
think
gets
there
knocked
is.
out?
Yeah, he gets knocked out. That's when it cuts fades to black.
Obviously, it starts from the same point as well. I mean, Rope does something, which is another obviously famous one-shot film. Isn't there a moment there where like
Yeah,
he
the camera
pans
kinda goes
outside and
into
it
black.
turns to night,
Yeah.
and then it continues on? So
Yeah. And then I forget how he ends up killing these guys.
I don't know, but
Oh yeah, they get shot at the same time. That's when he fades to black. But he ends up being alive.
Yeah.
These are some crazy shots too,
They are
because it's
crazy,
nighttime with all the explosions in the
Yeah.
background. It kind of has some Full Metal Jacket vibes at the end of the battle, where there's like all these explosions.
Oh yeah, when it's
Everything's on fire.
Yeah.
You know, colors are kind of different, but
Cool shots.
yeah. So he keeps walking. This is where he finds the French woman
Oh, okay.
that's
Yeah.
hiding, like by herself. Like,
With like the baby.
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Find that there.
And Taya's like, well, left the baby behind too. It's not my kid.
Not my problem.
But see, this is where like we see he's such a great guy because there's like a
Well,
scene
that's the Hollywood. You have to fit in the tragedies of war scenes, like
Tragedy of war.
yeah, like mom and baby hiding.
But also,
Rubble
our
around.
hero,
Yeah.
for some reason, he got milk earlier in the scene, remember?
Right.
Because he saw that cow. And he's like, I'm just getting some milk, Like, I know what's going to happen later on. So.
I mean, hey, they didn't have water, so.
I mean, to be fair, yeah.
Gotta get something.
But milk must be the worst. Like, warm fucking milk when you're, like, in battle, like, in the middle of a battle.
Dave's like, if I was that baby, I would refuse that shit.
Like, that's got to be the worst drink to drink, like, after, like, you're sweaty as fuck and, like, this,
I've never tried it, to be honest.
Got a lot of fat, It's probably good.
Yeah. If we play tennis tomorrow, we need to bring milk. See how that works out.
It'd
for
get
us.
warm really fast outside,
Yeah.
so.
Probably wouldn't taste great.
No.
yeah, but he ends up, saving the baby, gives her milk, and then he ends up,
In
he
the
says he
river.
has to continue.
Oh yeah.
This scene actually reminds me of, because a lot of war scenes do have, a lot of war films have like this moment, this kind of like, it'll be a quiet moment where they're actually meeting a woman that's like hiding away or something. Have you seen The Grand Illusion?
Yeah.
Renoir's? That's another war film.
I don't remember
a
it
director I like.
much, yeah.
But there's actually a similar kind of scene in that. But in that scene, they're French soldiers and they meet a German woman.
Yeah.
So it already makes it a little more interesting because they're kind of on opposing sides. But she's like also against the war, so she ends up helping them anyway.
Yeah.
And it's kind of about like just like how humans really don't care about the nationalities as much,
Yeah.
But in this one, he's like, no, don't worry, I'm a good guy. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, then the journey continues. This is like kind of the moments I like the least, where it's like all these guys are missing at him.
Yeah.
It's like these are terrible shots. Like,
Yeah.
When like after he leaves this woman's house and he's like seeing all these people,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Star Wars, yeah,
It's like, yeah, they're wasting bullets here. There's a crazy shot of him in the waterfall going down.
It's kind of a long scene.
It is long. Basically using the water to escape.
Yeah. And then like coming across like the.
And kind of a, like, this is like maybe the most disgusting part, just thinking about it, is having to swim across all these dead bodies, like, that are
Oh.
basically on the dam.
Yeah,
And he's just like having to climb across them. Like,
rotting and
No, but then this is basically the end of the film, actually, where the camera spins around the scene of them all singing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or that one guy singing.
This is a good scene.
Yeah.
I like this scene.
Yeah, it
A
is.
lot.
The camera's just like. This is where it's like the log takes on crazy, where like it slowly follows him, and then it goes across all the soldiers, and then it like.
Yeah,
comes
but
back
then he
comes back
realizes,
around.
oh, this is
Yeah.
like the first wave that I'm supposed to be stopping, or like.
Well, the first wave's already gone. They're the second wave about to go.
Oh, there's okay, yeah.
I think that's what they say.
Or no, isn't the first wave?
No, they're the second wave, yeah.
Okay, I misunderstood the whole strategy there, but yeah.
It's already started, basically.
Because wait, when he's running across, is that the first wave going?
No, that's the second wave about to go.
Yeah, the second wave. That's where he's
Yeah.
running across the trench
Oh,
as the second wave's
Yeah.
about to start.
okay.
Honestly, and I feel like this. Like, imagine if this movie would have been way different. Imagine if the commander hears their warning, because they get that warning before where the guy's like, be careful. Some guys just want the battle or something.
Yes,
Or
yeah.
some guys just want the fight.
Yeah.
If Benedict
See,
comes
that makes
back
it a
to
lot more
glory-
darker movie if the guy like gets the news after all of this
And just
he's like,
continues.
we're still doing it. Like,
Yeah.
that's where it becomes Paths of Glory or something.
Yeah.
You know? Where it's like, I don't care the news. That's actually kind of what the Thin Red Line's about too.
Oh
With
yeah.
Nick
Yeah.
Nolte. But it kind of plays as a dramatic moment where Bennett kind of mentions like, oh, maybe. But he's like, all right, I'll stop.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then he has this like big moment where he runs across the field. It's funny when he like crashes into the extras because like apparently that was unrehearsed.
Oh, the explosion scene.
Yeah,
Where
when
he's
he's like, running into people.
yeah.
Yeah, like wasn't supposed to do that, but it just kind of happened. Which I mean, I think makes sense.
I mean,
'cause-
if they're filming a long take, you might as well just see what you can get away
yeah, I
with.
mean,
You're just
that
like,
probably would have happened if he did that in real life.
Yeah. But yeah, they stand down. He finds the brother after walking through all the casualties.
Yeah, yeah.
And the brother's still fine. And they get their handshake. That's basically how it
Yeah,
ends.
I mean, yeah, that's how it is.
You know, it does end with him like walking to a tree.
Kind of like mirroring.
Just,
the
mirroring the beginning. As
Yeah.
they're all sitting by a tree. And he finally gets to rest.
He kind of becomes Malik for a second. He kind of the camera gets as low as the grass. It's like kind of like okay, like the grass, like just more the grass parts, not the.
It is a nice shot, honestly.
It's a good shot, yeah. The tree is like
I like it.
like if they actually found this tree, that's impressive because it's like
Why, you think they just like added it?
well, it's like in the middle of like a grassy field where there's like nothing around it. It's like damn.
That happens all the time.
It's good, but like you know, like I don't know. It's the way they framed it. I don't know. It's like it was a good happy accident. I
Actually,
guess.
what country is this movie taking place in?
It's supposed to be France.
France?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where.
I
most
don't know
of
where it
the-
was actually filmed, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, most of the World War One fighting was in France. But yeah,
Yeah, that's 1917. We don't know. Oh yeah, what are we doing next week?
Cronenberg episode.
Cronenberg.
yes, sir.
It's Crash and a History of Violence. I think it's called.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
First Viggo
I am
Mortensen
nervous
movie.
about Crash, honestly.
Why?
Not a fan of car sex.
I watched it a long time ago, and that's like one of the few movies I just turned off. I was like, I can't get through this.
All right. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks for having
Thank you,
me.
Aaron. Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Great
Pleasure.
episode. Interesting
Pleasure.
episode today.
And yeah, until next time, hope to see you floating through the clouds.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a winner, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody's talking about the bird, oh, well, the bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, the bird. Sad Well, don't you know the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a winner.